Hello, everybody, and welcome to race number 13 of the season here at Open Roads. Just want to make a quick aforemention. If any point during the commentary it does sound a little scratchy on my end, mainly the fact my voice is kind of going away. I am a tad sick. Not a whole lot, but just a tad. Just a little bit in the throat, nose. But hear any of that, just kind of forewarning. But anyways, we are here at Open Roads. Probably one of the biggest races of the year because this is such a fan favorite track. And it always is fun to have any race when we go here. Someone is going to be a very happy camper. Who's going to go swim in the lake? Let's get down to your starting lineup. On the pole, Levi McIntyre in the 99. Next to him, or actually Kev Shear on the pole for this one. Levi McIntyre started second. Third, Kyle Matthews fourth. Carson Gum. Or no, actually, no, it was Levi McIntyre. What am I saying? Regardless, Cole Deaver will start fifth. RJ Bishop sixth. Charles Safer seventh. 8th, Carter Friesen 9th, Aaron McApee top 10, Vince Freeze. Here's the rest of your starting lineup from 11th and 12th on back. I forgot because the way how the cameras are, they start on the right side, but the left side is where the pole is for whatever reason. I don't know. Logic. And on the final row, we have Angel Navarro and Dylan Young. So that is a look at how the lineup is. Let's look at the points coming into this race. Carson Gum, he has a race lead over Michael Norman, which is a total 55 right now. The most you can get in a race is 52, so that solidifies next week at least. He will definitely be the points leader, but Gum starting third, or starting third really is not going to help out at all for the other drivers. Seth Cole third in points. James Qualls jumping up to fourth. Fitzwater, McIntyre remained in 5th and 6th. Wes McCoy, he's back into the deep in the top 10 in 7th. Mitchell Collins fell 4 spots into 8th. And Brock and Kukulon barely hang into the top 10. They actually have now jumped in. Benjamin Miles and Kyle Keith, they have fell out of the top 10 as well. JT Brunt, the biggest gain out of all that with this win at Las Vegas, he has jumped up to 19th, jumping 12 spots. And right on time, there's the command. 5 laps action, no cautions. You're probably wondering, why is there no cautions for a race like this? Oh my goodness, you're going to be in for quite a show. I'm just going to let the pace car go there and let the cars roll on off. So with this track right there that we're running, it is a 12.022 mile road course. It is very similar in a way like Thornton. However, very, very different. More highway. More highway, a different turn to death, and most importantly, this area right here that they just entered, a lot of times they'll get a lot of a bump and run coming in to this track. So this is really something that a lot of people, it just really comes into fruition what's going to happen. So, of course, that these drivers here, they know that this race is going to be a big one here. A lot on the line. They really don't want to fall into the lake. We shall see what'll happen. Pace car is going to make a dive down to pit road. Levi McIntyre, Kev Shear on the front row for today's race. Let's get on down to it, though, folks. Here we go. And green flag is out, and we're underway here at Open Roads. Equal start right there, heading into that first corner right there. But here we go. This is where everything's going to be on the line right here. I'm hearing some cars scraping the wall. Oh my goodness! And one car on the rails. Qualls was damaged. Oh, it's Wes McCoy. He is literally stuck in the guardrail. And Kev Shear did not get going on the start. I did not realize that. But anyways. Oh, and Jesse Turner's in the lake. Well, that did not take long. Already a good number of cars with some damage. And we may see some of them coming down pit road. But this is where one of the big things is. And, oh, one car is really slow. I can't tell who that is. I don't know if that's Jonathan Zorl in the 22 or the 18 of Michael Norman, regardless. And, oh, my. Here we go. Into the jump we go. Sebastian Kukulon, remember, he choked that race at race 11. Where James Qualls took that win at DC. He wants a redemption. And look, they're all getting around that 22. I think that was exactly who it was they were trying to get around. Jack Halleck's gotten by. JT Bryant now trying to get by. And now Dylan Young trying to get by. Young having a lot of difficulty trying to get around that 22 of Zorlin. He is just holding up Young and Adam Garcia in that 2 car. And look at Osborne with a buckled hood and everything. That car, look, I think that 22 is down a cylinder. That's what I think is the case. Yeah, that's exactly the case. The 22 is down a cylinder. Meanwhile, McIntyre enjoying his lead. Kyle Matthews at second, RJ Bishop third, Carter Friesen fourth, and Cole Deaver completing the top 5. Seth Cole not too far behind at 6, as 2 is the 36 and Pollard the third. I thought that was the car I seen the guardrail, but that is a tough break for Wes McCoy. Carson Gum hanging around that 8th spot. He got ahead of Aaron Macklin, who's got some left side damage, but don't matter what that damage as long as he keeps going. And oh, Matthews into the fence, which is a rare occasion we ever see that too. But it helps out some drivers. Kukulon got around Jessica Shelton. And now you see the 31. Andrew Miller trying to get around. And looking through, everyone okay. Nathan Hudson with a lot of damage there. Man, that 22 is just way off the pace. Kev Sheary's literally is all by his lonesome after everything that happened. I think he had to do a quick stop and go. And he had to let the traffic on by. And problems for Angel Navarro in the 96. So that's going to be a tough break for him. I have a feeling James Qualls will come down pit road as well. And Shelton trying to repass Kukulon for position with the help of Andrew Miller. And, oh, man, Aaron Macklin is getting freight trained in that 6 car. Remember, that 24's got a lot of rear end damage, but I'm amazed how that car is still able to be in this pack going for a win. Now the question is who's going to come down pit road and who is not? Is Cole Deaver out in front is car number 3. And so far, for the most part, top 4 staying out. Gum, of course, staying out. No doubt about it. Just wanted to wait till people pass by. Andrew Miller with some slowing down a bit right there. And JT Bryant, your previous race winner, on down pit road. See another car, Osborne and James Qualls. I'm not surprised seeing them coming on down. They're going to do some service. They remove the hood on Osborne, while Qualls, they put some work on that 19 Dodge. Look at Kev Shears actually catching Angel Navarro. Oh, Vince Freeze on pit road. Charles Sanford on pit road as well. Kind of like a time where you really want to check on the pack, making sure everyone's A-okay. Look at Kev actually. Oh, Navarro on down pit road. This is helping the 42, or I said 42, 32. That's the number, the 32. And Qualls out and away. So now Kev's going to pass the 19. That's going to help him out right there. That's another spot for him. Now the next car he's going to try to catch up is Joshua Osborne. JT Bryant, basically the cars that are way off the pace. He's going to try to pick apart one at a time. No one fall. Oh, but Seth Cole does. That's another title contender. Into the lake for the DuPont Chevrolet. And this is helping Carson Gum more and more. Deaver smacked the wall a bit. That's going to hurt him. That left side damage. Anyone that gets that. Oh, Bishop went on top of the 3. Goes around as the 97. Gum with damage, and oh, Brock trying to get out of the way, and he does. Norman is passing some cars, and I've never seen that before. RJ Bishop went on top of the 3, about flipped over, and unfortunately pays the price. Got a little too much heat coming into that jump, and he paid the price for sure. Norman, though, with William Brock, trying to hunt down that 10 of Gum, and Pollard the 3rd in the grass. 36 kept it together right there. Now Gum catching up to Friesen and Deaver as McIntyre out in front. That's a battle for 3rd right there. This is not helping Norman at all. This is not helping him at all. But as long as the 10 does not lead a lap, that's probably what matters for the 18. Speaking of which, that 18 is coming. Trying to pass William Brock before that turn, because this is where you want to be on the high line coming up. Gum trying to do whatever he can to get around Friesen. And Friesen in that preferred line will hold on to that spot yet again. Making sure. Oh, I heard someone hit it. Oh, it's 2 cars. It's Halleck and that's Adam Flickinger. That's the first time I've seen 2 cars hit that fence there. And yet again, Gum trying to pass Friesen. You know Gum's got a really good car, but Friesen really wants to hang on to that 3rd position. And for the time being, we'll hold on. That's allowing Shelton, Dunham, and Kukulon to catch up to them, while Brock, Norman, and Pollard the 3rd are all working together. They know they got to get up there. Got to give credit to Macklin, man. With that damage he's got in that car, he's still hanging in there. But now Zachary Fitzwater, Andrew Miller, Zach Rogers, they're all trying to get around that 6 car. They know that 6 is not up to speed. Here comes Fitzwater trying to go around the 6. Miller couldn't swing it 3 wide right there, and you really don't want to be that risky, so I don't blame him. Bishop now went from 2nd place, now free falling like a rock. Made a risky move, and he paid the price. Mitchell Collins, Zach Winkle, Chris Dollarton with some left side damage, as well as the 55, and Rob Evans in the 8. Kev's got some left side damage in that 32 now, but he is closing in that 20 of Osborne. And we're coming down pit road this time by. Deaver did not take that turn well. And right now, McIntyre going to lead this lap. Gum, P2. Norman in the top 10. That's a good sign for the 18 team. He's P8 right now. If I were that 18, this is where you want to be aggressive. Time to go. He got around Friesen with no problem. Now trying to hunt down Deaver. Going to have no problem whatsoever. Him and Pollard the 3rd working together. William Brock having a little bit of issues with the slower cars there. And 3 wide probably. No, they're going to tuck back to 2. Shelton now trying to take that 2nd position from Carson Gum. Dunham and Kukulon trying to get up there for position. And now Kukulon says, you know what? Forget it. I want to pass Dunham. But now this is where you want to be real smart right here. Gum slipped on the turn right there. Now they're still balanced side by side. This is where you have to be careful if you're Sheldon, because now you need to get out of that position, even if you're Dunham as well. Be careful. Dunham is going to go into the lake. Kukulon got around Gum, if you notice, but Dunham flipping over end is the Pennzoil Chevrolet. It lands on 4 wheels. The only driver to hit that lake this lap, so that's a good sign right there, but Kev got around Joshua Osborne. That's for 31st there. Now going to hunt down Bryant. That's for 30th. May get Jonathan Zorlin for 29th. I don't know if he'll get Rob Evans and others, but we'll see, though. And into that jump, Miller freezes. Oh, and Gum went around. The points leader went around. Hamill got involved. Bishop got a piece of it. And Gum really slow. Oh, that is going to hurt Carson Gum big time, and he's stuck behind the 0-1, who's pouring oil onto the track, and now finally will get around. He lost a ton of time that allowed Evans to also pass him. Wow. And that 10 car is crunched. That car's going to be out of the race. Phil Parker with damage, smoking, and Bishop, look at him riding the grass. Him and Nathan Hudson and the 55 of Miles. Look at them all riding the grass. Bishop may have to come down pit road, though, with that front end damage, though. Brock also off. There anyone that could make a comeback, I'm not sure. I could see Fitzwater. Hell, maybe even Gardner, too. And now new leader Jessica Shelton in the 9. And look who is up here. Michael Norman in the 18. Sebastian Kukulon in the 43. And Pollard the 3rd in the 36. Again, his match in 2 races ago. Kukulon was leading at DC. Lost it with 5 laps to go and ended up finishing second that race. He definitely does not want to do that. Ironic enough, Qualls' teammate was the one, or Shelton's teammate was the one that won the race, James Qualls. And ironic enough, that the 2 teammates there swapping positions. Look at all these cars with left side damage. And then you got Michael Norman, the first clean car right there in that pack. Kukulon going for second. Now Norman's going to work with McIntyre. Probably not a good move right there. Gardner and Young working together. Now Young going to try to make a pass. Fitzwater. Oh, I didn't see he's got a little bit of left side damage right there. He has a little bit. Whole bunch of drivers with left side damage. Holy moly. Kyle Keith actually, he looks clean right now too. And now here he goes underneath Garcia for position. Yeah, Friesen's got a crunched up car too. Andrew Miller trying to keep his car together as well. Now Evans passing RJ Bishop. Kev Shear got around William Brock. He's got a problem. And, oh man, Qualls back down pit road. Carson Gum went down pit road. I think. Oh, no, never mind. I thought he came down pit road. That was not. My apologies. I thought that was pit road there, but I got a little messed up. And, oh, Rogers with issues in the 40. Nobody went down pit road. 2 to go. And Kukulon out in front is the 43. He's got a clean car. Now battle for second between Sheldon and Pollard the 3rd. Norman trying to hunt them down. McIntyre flat out losing this pack right now. Dylan Young trying to hunt them down. Johnny Gardner losing some ground as well. See that car smoking all the way in the back. Man, I could tell that wasn't. Look at him 2 by 2 heading into the turn right here. And look at this. Michael Norman trying to take advantage. Let's check on the 10 real quickly. There he is. He's definitely coming down pit road. I don't see how he's not going to. Because those cars in that area where they're in, that's indication they're coming down pit road. Carter Friesen back out. Oh, James Jefferson spun out there. What happened to 45? That's a first I've ever seen. And no one fell off into the lake. That's a good sign right there. Here you see Brock coming on in. James Qualls is going to get some spots right there in that 19. You know he's got to get ground. He knows that 10 is in trouble. He's trying to get whatever points he can. Zach Rogers also down. And that's the big blow right there. Carson Gum on down pit road is the Valvoline Pontiac. That will be a huge hit for him, especially if Norman finishes way ahead of him. And now Pollard trying to get around Kukulon for the lead. Man, just about all these guys got left side damage, but Pollard really... Oh, never mind. His car is kind of crunched up big time. Young's got a little bit left side. Gardner has a clean car. Cal Keefe trying to get around Chris Dollarton for position. Had to check up right there. Is that 93? That's a battle for 13th, it looks like. Or actually, 14th, rather. He lost some ground there. I don't know. Maybe Fitzwater and Gardner, they could really make a presence on McIntyre and others. They could make a huge, huge comeback. Kukulon and Pollard III, they're running away from Sheldon and Norman. Well, Norman, regardless, is going to get a big points gap right there off Gum in the 10, which we'll double check out of the race here. Confirmed out of the race, they are Jesse Turner, Wes McCoy, Vince Freeze, Charles Sanford, Kyle Matthews, Jack Halleck, Seth Cole, Adam Flickinger, Phil Parker, Derek Hamill, Trent Dunham, and Jonathan Zorlin. The 10 car is not out of the race, I'm amazed. He actually is still continuing. He's 28th on the track, but he's got a lot of damage. And he's going to be way off the pace. Kev Shearer right now, 23rd right now. After missing the beginning of the race, got a little bit of damage. His next car he's trying to hunt down is Andrew Miller in the 31. And Sheldon caught up with Kukulon. Michael Norman trying to hunt them down as well. But will Norman get a victory? This would be huge for the 18 team. Gardner picked off Dylan Young. Now his next set of eyes is going to be on that 29 of Fitzwater. See that white flag's going to be waving for those leaders. Young and wow, and Gardner went around. Wow, that's the first I've ever seen. Young, Gardner, and Fitzwater just about wrecked right there. You seen it. And now Fitzwater in the wall. Oh, and Gardner dumped Fitzwater. Man, now just about all these guys get left side damage. I don't know who's going to win this race. Well, I'm seeing a lot of firsts in this race. Kyle Keefe got around Dollarton and Garcia. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to hunt down with not only Collins, but the rest of the leaders. I think he's way too far back. But white flag for Michael Norman in the 18 car. Or, I'm sorry, Sebastian Kugelon, rather. I thought it was Michael that was leading, but it was not. Still a 5-car battle for the win. Dylan Young trying to hunt them down in the 92. Same with Johnny Gardner. Fitzwater now has way too much damage. He's got that right side damage, and that's allowing Cole Deaver in the 3 to catch up. Keith right now in 11th. A total of 18.15 seconds back. That's way too far back. I don't think he's going to get him. Gardner wasting no time whatsoever. He's got the draft. Now he's looking on the inside of Young for position. Meanwhile, up ahead with the leaders. Pollard III slipped up the course, allowing Shelton to battle. Norman's got the lead. Wisely. They don't battle off that turn. That always spells trouble. Gardner with no issues. Fitzwater, no issues. Yeah, I don't see Collins and all of them catching up. That's way too far back. With the damage that they got on their cars, with the exception of the 93, because if you look at the 93's car, you do not see... Oh, never mind. 93 has a little buckle on the hood. Never mind. I thought he had no damage, but he has a little bit of a bump right there. It's not really affecting the car a whole lot, but... Oh, and problems for Pollard III! Keith could take the jump. That's going to signify we're definitely not going to have a car making a comeback. Maybe Gardner. I'm not too sure. Norman, though, out in front. Kukulon knows he does not want to be second or third in this race. He wants a dub. He's got to hunt down McIntyre and Norman, though, to really get it done. Sheldon's starting to slip. I don't see Gardner really catching up either, too. That damage is now starting to take a little bit of an effect on him there. Norman, though, second in the points. He knew he was a race behind. He needed some type of miracle to at least make a battle against Carson Gum. And what a run is he having in the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. Norman, McIntyre, Kukulon, they all want this win, but someone's going to have to give. It may be one of those last lap battles there where someone's going to give a bump and run, but Norman's not wasting any time. Here he goes for the lead. 2 NNSCRA members and a veteran of the series. Or I should say a sophomore driver, I should say. McIntyre's got the lead. Battle continuing for second between Norman and Kukulon. This is really where someone's going to have to give, and they're going to really want to hunt down that 99. Gardner way too far back. Wow, even Kyle Keefe lost ground, and the 2-car passed him. Now they finally give. Kukulon, he's all over the bumper of the 99. Can he make a move? McIntyre throws a block. Norman looking for second. Now Kukulon looking for the lead. Literally with all the draft in the world trying to give to that 43. Is Norman going to give him a bumper? Oh, look at this. Is Norman going to give him the bumper? Look at Kukulon. He's trying to hold on. He knows he cannot lose this lead. Kukulon's got it. Norman trying to look. Show looking for third. Bumps McIntyre. Is going to get it. Kukulon. That'll be all she wrote right there. Coming off the final turn. Sebastian Kukulon, 2 races ago, ended up P2. Didn't get the win. Coming off here at the final turn at Open Roads. He's going to get the job done. Checker flag in hand. And Sebastian Kukulon, sweet redemption. He's going to win at Open Roads. Holy cow, what a race. What a race and what a finish. Oh, man, I'm out of breath on that one. That was a race and Gum smacking the wall like he had before. Wow, Garcia got ahead of Kyle Keith there for position. That was for 11th. Wow. Dollarton, not a bad race for him. How about Nathan Hudson? Gonna get a top 15. Same with Rob Evans. Kev Shearer, this is going to blow my mind. He is going to be 16th after everything that happened to that 32 team. They're going to come away P16. All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, P16 because I don't see Macklin. Wow, that is just absolutely amazing. Where is the six? Oh, wow, he fell way back. What a job for Kev right there. Holy cow. Friesen 17th. Miller 18th. 19th will be Osborne. 20th be Zach Winkle. Macklin will finish 21st. Bishop 22nd. James Qualls will come away 23rd. He'll definitely get some ground on the 10. Not a lot, but anything is possible, though. Brian 24th. And then 25th and 26th, a battle between Brock and Navarro. Rogers 27th. Carson Gum will finish the race 28th. Unless somehow these guys wreck. Which we're going to watch this battle anyway. Got a feel for Brock. He had a car up ahead at one point. Could win. But just fell apart badly to that Kodak Chevrolet. Navarro's going to get around the 4. And is Brock going to put a bumper on him? See if he tries to make a move right here. Oh, look at the 4 putting a move on the 96. He's not giving up. He wants that spot. That 4 car's trying. That 96 got a stronger car. And they're going to be side by side. Navarro not going to give, but unfortunately the 4's got the preferred line. And there you go. That's what's going to settle right there. But as mentioned, though, with Qualls where he finished in 23rd, him and Norman were the only 2 drivers in that top 5 that finished ahead of that 10 car. But Sebastian Kukulon victorious today. Let's give your top 10 results. Kukulon with the win. Michael Norman, 2nd place. A huge, huge run for him. Definitely well needed for him. He led a lap too. Or no, he did not lead a lap, actually. My apologies. You'll still gain a lot on that 10 car regardless, though. Shelton will come away 3rd. McIntyre 4th. Dylan Young 5th. Johnny Gardner 6th. Zachary Fitzwater 7th after everything that happened to him. Cole Deaver 8th. Stephen Pollard the 3rd. You got a feel for him. Had a top 5 car, but still hung around for a top 10. And Mitchell Collins hanging around in the 10th position. Here's a look at your finishing results. We're just waiting for the official word, which we're going to do that right there. And now it is official. We're seeing it. There's a look at the cars out of the race from the bottom. 28 cars finished on the lead lap, 29 on down, either out of the race or we're sitting on pit road. But regardless, let's look what happened. Let's go take a look at some of those incidents that took by here at open roads. So when I did not notice here, when we were about ready to go green, watch the 32 of Kev. Now we're going to put this up on purpose. Watch here with his speed. And look, I think he just had a problem. Like, he automatically had a problem. And he just couldn't figure out what was going on. That's a mechanical issue right there. So then the car is literally going to come to a dead stop, you're going to see. And then he had to go on to pit road, fix the issue after the tow, and then went from there. But wow, I cannot believe that happened to Kev there. That is a tough break. But he still came back and finished relatively decent after what happened to him. So that is look what happened to Kev. Now we got to jump up to Wes McCoy. What the heck happened to the 77 that got him stuck? And I have a feeling it's going to start within that area too, so we'll stick with him. We'll go to the helicopter angle here, because this area's got a weird thing when it comes to the replays. But see what happened. Apollo the third was 3 wide heading that turn. This is always a trouble area in the first lap. And man, Bishop nearly turned. Matthews right there. And, oh man, these guys just all checked up right there. Dollarton, McCoy. Oh my goodness, McCoy just caught air. And look, he's just riding the guardrail. Fitzwater, Nathan Hudson, Zachary Fitzwater, JT Bryant. Wow, that is crazy. Mitchell Collins. Look at Michael Norman squeeze by right there. That's what helped him out in that battle for the points right there. I've never seen that before at the 77. That's a first. A lot of firsts for this race. Watch again one more time. We're going to see it real quick if we can here. 22 just gave a shot right there to the 77. Just all hell broke loose from there. But I've never seen a car really take that type of shot like that and then go to the guardrail. That's actually the first time I've seen ever since probably the first time we've ever ran open roads that's happened before. Oh, you see Zach Rogers. Something happened with him that got into the 24, which explains his rear end damage for the 24 team. See if we can figure out from that point. Checked up. Oh, McCoy got into that 40. Goes into the grass trying to save it. He's kept himself in the throttle and just got Seth with him. And then Macklin. Oh, he hit the guardrail, which then went into the 24. Look at Kukulon in the 43. Just trying to find a way to get through that mess. And man, somehow he did. He had to check up wisely, though. It was a good call. But there you see what happened with that incident. And then the secondary incident. Now let's go check out with the next one, which we already seen the drivers that went into the lake. We really don't need to show any of those because, whoever did. But let's look at, some of the major ones that really took by. Actually, I stand corrected on that statement. Actually, this is the first time we've ever had this one before, too. We've had 3 people in one lap fell off into the lake. First victim on this lap, Vince Freeze in the 14. However, to be fair, Bishop really kind of forced that 14. He really had no choice but to go there. And this is just a bad move by Freeze. He should just let off in the throttle and just, let the 97 just try to do something stupid. But 14 just followed that path right there. And then the 14 goes off. Charles Sanford, the same circumstance for him. That was the second. You're probably wondering who was the third, unfortunately, victim there. You see right there, Jesse Turner. He did it way before. And, there's been a few cars that ever did. Look, he didn't even make that turn right at all. He came nowhere close for that turn. Man, this game nowhere close at all. You see all 3 of them going into that lake right there. Look at Vince Freeze, Charles Sanford. They're just barrel rolling like crazy. Really joining together right there. And then Poor Jesse Turner's not with him, so unfortunately he's on the other side of that mess. You see him right into that lake upside down, so unfortunately he was out of it right there. So that's what happened with that incident. Now let's check out some of the incidents that happened regarding that jump that happened on the first lap. Well, this is something I want to point out, though, before our next incident. Watch Navarro here. He actually blew fourth gear. You're going to see it. Watch the speed and watch it right here. Boom. That's fourth gear going away right there. He had to go to third, and I don't know if that was a shifter, and then he also hit the wall right there, so that's what did not help him at all. I want to make a quick side note with that, because when that happened, that looked like it was hard enough to believe. I didn't think that was a possible, moment. But unfortunately, it did happen, though, so that is just... I just can't believe it. That's a first. Well, we may as well look at this one more time here. Now, let's just see here. Now, Bishop, he had all the speed. Deaver really did not. He took that jump wrong. So, when the secondary part of the jump came, Deaver didn't really have the speed. Look at Bishop had like a 20-mile-an-hour difference between the two drivers. And then watch the nice stuff. You see with the jumps that are there, Deaver gets a low jump, Bishop gets a high jump, and then right there just gets the corner, the back corner. Look at, for a second, I thought the 97 was going to flip over, and amazingly did not. Deaver also smacked the wall right there, and nice miss by Levi McIntyre right there, because that really helped him out throughout a good portion of that race. And the part that also amazed me the most was the fact that when the 97 was around, nobody hit him. That also amazed me. Well, William Brock had a really close call there. He basically was on the grass right there, but I think you get where I'm trying to say, though. It really was a very close call right there. That was basically that part of the incident there. Let's go look at our next incident. Well, the big talk about this one for sure is going to be the 10 of Carson Gum. Watch right here as he comes into this jump. Very few people get this type of move. And what happened is, ironic enough, Michael Norman, second in the points, was right behind him when this happened. And you can tell Gum definitely did not take that jump well. He kind of drifted it. You can tell he slid right there, hit the wall, slides around. Norman actually got a little piece of it on that left side of the car. So that I did not notice entirely. But he did get ahead of him, though. William Brock. Oh, that explains why the 4 was off the pace right there. Oh, that is tough break. And Nicole Deaver. Oh, wow. How did he make it through that one? That is unreal. And then Carter Freeze got held up. He goes into him. Andrew Miller goes into Carson Gum. I thought the 10 car was going to be out of the race entirely. But no, he kept that car together. Derek Campbell just plowed the 31 right there. Phil Parker, nowhere to go. That ends up for him. RJ Bishop goes into him. Zach Rogers gets a little piece of it. Zach Winkle barely gets through that one. Then you see Skylar Dixon, Chris Dollarson, they get around that mess. Same can be said for Adam Garcia and Kyle Keith in the 93. And man, that is just unbelievable circumstances there. And that's what hurt Carson Gum for sure. His points lead is definitely going to get shrunk for sure because of what happened right there. So then while we're there, the next one definitely going to be worth is Johnny Gardner and Zachary Fitzwater. Well, this whole sequence was rather very, very crazy and very unique. Because, we've seen bump and runs before coming off this turn, but we've never seen a bump and run and wreck in a type of way. I mean, this was very different. Now, the fact that this was all 3 cars right here, Zachary Fitzwater in the front, Johnny Gardner in the middle, Dylan Young on the rear. See, Gardner's trying to make a move. Dylan Young just tries to make a move as well. Just bumps Gardner the wrong way. And absolutely goes into the 29. Now, this is the weirder part. And I want to keep in mind for this, folks. In the Interstellar Orlando Cup Series, Zachary Fitzwater and Johnny Gardner, they're going to be teammates next season for Evans Gardner Motorsports. And what happened here was very, unique, I guess is the very way to say it. Now you see Fitzwater, he's in the wall right here, well, let alone the guardrail, I guess you could say. And you can see Young's just trying to get out of that mess. He knows it's bad. It ain't going to look good. Now Fitzwater now gets off the guardrail right about here. And then Gardner Look, he just flat out right there, gets a good run. Flat out dumped the 29 into the wall. This time he hit the safer barrier wall. Actually, the wall where there's no safer barrier. And just continued on. Now, the next thing I want to see real quickly when we go look at this here is what happened to Jay Jefferson in the 45. Now, he's on pit road. There were a couple incidents that happened, though, so... Oh, whoa! What the hell happened there? Oh, that was Andrew Miller! Wow, remember how the 31 was way off the pace? Look, he's not even hitting 180 miles an hour. These guys are going 190. Look, Miles gets by with no issues. So he's now hitting 180, but it's like 20 miles off the pace. Oh, Jefferson flat out ran into him. Two rookies right there, or a rookie and a veteran, I should say. The rookie Jefferson just, man, I've never seen that before. That, you know, when you see that right there, that just really blows my mind. And watch Rob Evans. He just sees that. He's just like, all right, thanks for 2 free positions. You see Jefferson off into the bank right there. And I thought he was, you know, going to get stuck right here, but he actually kept going. Now, I guess another incident. I don't know if there was another incident, but he was on pit road. Oh, that explains it. Oh, wow. That is just... You know, there's instant karma, and then there's just getting slapped across the face, man. And unfortunately, Jefferson, he let Osborne going by, but he forgot that's a hill. And unfortunately, you know, that's 2 for your mistakes right there. And he was stuck in upward position, so he could not get up. And wow, that is just, I don't even know what to say at that point. I really don't know what to say. And this was our last thing we need to look at for the main incidents. Jonathan Zorlin had a little incident with JT Bryant. Oh, wow, Bryant went on top of the 22. Yeah, that explains why the 22 was off out of the race and not way off the pace. Well, there's all your incidents that went by here, at least the major ones that either we didn't see or anything. But Sebastian Kukulon, he ended up victorious, which felt great. He led actually 2 laps, so he actually got an extra bonus point there for leading the most laps. But you see here, he was in the rear of that pack. Wait for everyone to get by. Wait for the jump. Oh, actually. Oh, yeah, we may as well take a look at Pollard. What happened to him? I totally forgot. Pollard messed up the jump. Oh, and so did Shelton in the 9 and the 99 of McIntyre. Wow. Actually, let's go back to Shelton. See, she's about ready to take the jump right here. It kind of had the same incident with Carson Gomez, just a little sideways, and then once the car back together, McIntyre also messed up his jump, and Shelton ran over the 99. However, for Shelton, she got her car back together with little to no problems. Pollard third, on the other hand, he had to turn the car around. That's a dangerous spot to be in on the track because of the way that how they take the jump, and then they have to, you know, quickly go to the right. They got to hope that 36 is around, or at least they don't have to deal with them on the jump. Young bashed the guardrail right there. And then in the end, there is Kukulon. So he gets ahead of Levi McIntyre and Michael Norman. You see, he was in the rear of that pack. Once that highway came, he knew he had that car. He passed Norman. He could pass him. Passed him. And then there's the winning move right there. The 18 literally gave him a shot in that draft. And once he was ahead, he was basically home free right there. The 18 had all the draft he can right there, giving that 43 the lead right there coming off the corner. But you knew Norman, he could have had a shot to get up there, but I think that damage was starting to take a little bit of an effect on that Interstate Batteries Pontiac there. And Sheldon, a near miss with Levi McIntyre right there. But in the end, Sebastian Kukulon victorious here at Open Roads. Here's a look at your results one last time. And the bottom, of course. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give it a like. Comment your thoughts. Subscribe, part of the series. Hit that subscribe button down below. Until then, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys for race number 14. Until then, goodbye, everybody, from Open Roads. As you've been watching production NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.